Fans are returning for Game 3 on another cool afternoon, this time for the 22nd game of the Hurricanes' 2025 regular season and the third and final of the three-game homestand set here at Frazier Field in Louisburg, North Carolina. Louisburg College hosting Guilford Tech Community College this afternoon, with the action coming to you right here live from behind the backstop on the Louisburg Sports Network via YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Hurricanes Baseball with Caden Lazley. I'm Bill Martone. Yesterday, the Hurricanes picked up games 1 and 2 here at the historic Frazier Field and looking to complete their first series sweep in 2025. The Titans now 3-17 overall in the D2 East Conference of Region 10 and are still second from the bottom of the conference. The Hurricanes ahead of Wake Tech at 600 in the conference. Can they complete the sweep of the Titans to get themselves closer to that third place, occupied currently by Patrick and Henry Patriots as they near midseason? Stay tuned to find out right here on the Louisburg Sports Network after the break. Louisburg College Hurricanes Baseball brought to you in part by Murphy Farm Hay and Feed, feeding farms, families in the community for over 40 years. And Mangum Insurance Agency with offices in Coates and Dunn, insurance for every occasion. And Johnny's Barbecue, located in Louisburg, North Carolina, specializing in eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue. Give me it. Game 3 starter Anthony Dorner, the red-shirted freshman transfer from Mooresville, North Carolina, with 2 starts and a 6.43 ERA. He's got 14 strikeouts to his record. Dorner with 5 strikeouts looking, and an opposing batting average of .279. Coach Herring, as mentioned, looking for that confidence out of his Game 2 and Game 3 starters. We saw an improvement out of Martone yesterday, and we're going to look for the same thing out of Dorner this afternoon here in Game 3. Anthony Dorner giving a couple signals. Lineup for the Titans, leading off Dallas Webb, followed by Alex Rouse, Sam Norton in the top 3 spots, Bobby Lavely, Colin Georger, and Manny Cordova in the middle. And rounding out the bottom third, Jason Hardy, Canyon Pennington, and Griffin Dawes. As we get ready, pitcher's ready, batter's ready, in the first pitch. Down the middle for a called strike. Webb in the box, Dorner on the mound, and a swing and a miss brings the count to 1-2. Caden Lazley, a one-arm paper hanger today, manning the camera and the mic, and a base hit, or hard hit, to Colin Cusick, a 4-3. Gets Dallas Webb and puts the first out on the board for the Titans here in the top of the first inning. We're at the historic Frazier Field at the far end of West College Street on the beautiful campus of Louisburg College. I'll give you one guess where we're located, Caden. Louisburg, North Carolina. About an hour's northeast drive from the state capital of Raleigh. We got overcast skies here currently. We'll take a look at the weather in a moment. Dorner deals to Alex Rouse, a swing and a miss.
Great pitch by Dorner there to get ahead in the count. And he got the leadoff out, and like I said yesterday, I think that's the most important out to get it in the inning, and he looks to get the second one and get ahead with this second batter here.
An 0-2 count with one out, nobody on. Cusick gets him deep behind first base, and Colin Cusick has made both of the first two outs here in the top of the first inning. Back-to-back 4-3s in the book for the Hurricanes.
Colin Cusick looking really athletic over there, making two really good plays to get the first two outs of the inning for Dorner here.
Sam Norton, the big first base player, hacks one hard down the left field line. We saw Norton yesterday round third and come up a little bit lame, but he looks to be back fresh and ready to go here this afternoon in Game 3. Batting .318. And honestly, Caden, I went through the batting averages after yesterday's game, and it doesn't make a lot of sense how many of the Titans are over 300, but yet their record doesn't reflect it in the wins-loss record, whether that's overall or in the conference. Overall, the Titans sitting at just 3-17, 2-9 in the conference.
May have some issues in the pitching staff there.
Check swing. And that looks like
Great
Anthony
pitch by
Dorner
right there.
is going to walk off with a 1-2-3 inning and bring his offense to bat. Dorner putting up just 11 pitches under that magic 13 pitches or less count that Game Changer likes to keep track of. Dorner did it in 11, and he threw 9 strikes on 3 batters. So when the Titans come back to the plate, Bobby Lavely, Colin Georger, and Manny Cordova. On the mound for the Titans, Bobby Lavely. He'll be the DH after being relieved, presumably, through the rest of the game. The defense behind Lavely around the outfield, Griffin Dawes, Jason Hardy, and Alex Rouse. Georger, Webb, Cordova, and Norton from third to first on the infield, with Canyon Pennington behind the plate again for Game 3. A left-handed hurler is Bobby Lavely.
Money.
Sophomore out of St. Petersburg, Florida, Boca Ciega. And Caden with the singing voice. You going to do some Pink Floyd for us?
Didn't even realize I was on the mic there.
Always a hot mic, sir.
Yeah. Guilford Tech coming out in the same green jerseys as yesterday, but I believe they switched the pants up with the cream Nike pants there. It's not a bad look for the Titans.
The Hurricanes lineup for this afternoon, starting as the catcher. Mistake there, it's not the DH. Teoa Costello, followed by Colin Cusick, Evan Slewinski in the top three spots. In the middle three, Kenny Shadle, Anthony Jones, and Jake Modrak. He'll be the DH. And in the bottom third, Jace Dunn, Stephen Kreiner, and Nick Labello. Right now, though, Teoa Costello steps in for his first trip of the day. Costello comes to the plate batting .394. He's been on a bit of a tear, keeping that leadoff position productive and active on behalf of the Hurricanes. Some Carolina blue laces appear to be a little loose. And Costello being given some time to tighten up, as Bobby Lavely also takes a moment to tighten up on his glove. Lavely's ready. Costello's ready. The first pitch at the bottom of the first inning is a bit outside and gets past Canyon Pennington. We have about 22 people in the live stream right now watching along with us. Thanks for joining us. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Jacqueline Marlette, as always, and Caden Swa, Paul and Elise Modrak. Thank you all for joining us this early in the broadcast. And for everybody else out there, spread the word. We're watching Game 3 of a 3-game set between the Louisburg College Hurricanes as they take on the Guilford Tech Community College Titans here at Frazier Field. 3 home games in a row. Costello check swings on the next pitch, fouls it off. 2 balls, 1 strike on the leadoff batter in the bottom of the first inning. Get a little stadium audio in our ear, Caden, so we can hear what's going on out there. Bobby Lavely deals the next pitch outside, 3-1. Off speed, ground ball to Cordova. Manny Cordova unable to hold on to that hard ground ball from Teoa Costello, and that leads off the inning with a base hit. Not sure I'd record that as an E4 or not. It was a really hard hit, just kind of ricocheted off of Cordova. I don't know that he had a chance.
Yeah, I think that one could go either way, but it'll probably go in as a hit in our book, but it may go up as an error on the board there.
Second batter in the lineup for your Louisburg College Hurricanes, Colin Cusick. He steps in batting .389. Costello in feet first, and he holds against Cordova's late tag. The throw from Pennington a little bit left of center from this vantage point. One ball, 1 strike on the second batter with a runner down on second. The pickoff, and Costello gets caught leaning. He's going to head to third, and he gets past the tag of Colin Georger. What a great hustle on the base path by Teoa Costello. Picks up his second stolen base while Colin Cusick's still in the box. That's the kind of base running, small ball, everything you want to call it, that I know Coach Herring is wanting to see out of his club.
It's really good there, Tate, just to keep running there and not try to stay in the rundown. Just try to go one either way and just
blaze right past it.
Yeah,
right?
blaze past it and just reserve his energy.
Run right out of the rundown and find yourself safe at third. The 2-1. Fastball, middle in on Cusick as he turns away from it, 2-2. A runner in scoring position, Teo Costello. He has stolen his way around the infield from first to second, then to third. And the 2-2 to Cusick. A breaking ball that floats outside. A second cool day here at Frazier Field, overcast, but still comfortable enough to come out and watch the ball game. The 3-2 payoff, floated in the center field, oncoming Jason Hardy, and it gets down in front of him, and Costello tags up. Weather currently here at Frazier Field in the mid-50s with winds under 10 miles an hour out of the south. Humidity kind of middle of the way. But just comfortable enough to get a game in. No precipitation in the forecast today, but there is a very large storm in the Midwest that's coming around and making its way to the East Coast. The first pitch to the third batter in the lineup, Evan Slowinski. Quite a bit outside. Slowinski batting .333 coming into this afternoon's matchup.
Slowinski has a great eye at the plate here. He's gonna look to get on base and put more runners on here for Shadle.
In game 2 yesterday afternoon, Slowinski had a walk, a fly out, and a single with a couple stolen bases. Just about 30 people. Belena Dawes from Carolina Beach, thanks for joining us. The runner goes, and the throw down from Canyon Pennington to the opposite side of the bag, and that'll allow Colin Cusick to pick up a stolen base. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the shortstop, Slowinski, as he steps back in. And Bobby Lavely looks back at Colin Cusick before stepping onto the rubber. The 2-2 popped up on the right side. Sam Norton chasing it in foul territory, and it's going to come down just in the vicinity of the batting turtle, out of frame on the right side. Can't even see it in our wide shot here, but trust me, it's in a place for which the fielders can get to, and it's kind of on the field of play, but it is considered out of playable territory. Cusick still down on second. Slowinski at the plate, and the 2-2. Inside, gets past Pennington, and Cusick will advance on a pass ball.
It's a good eye by Slaw there. Going to make the count full and advance Cusick to third base here with no outs.
A 1-run game as we are in the bottom of the first inning. Teo Costello reached on a single. Very hard hit to the second baseman. Manny Cordova ricocheted off his attempt to keep it in front of him. And then Costello with 2 stolen bases and finally was batted in by a single from Colin Cusick. Now Cusick is down on third, and Slowinski slaps at the full count, and that drops in fair down the right field line. An RBI double as it goes all the way out to the fence and rolls into the bullpen. So Slowinski with a stand-up RBI double.
And now, let's go back to the Hurricanes. The right fielder, number 30, Kenny Shadle.
Shadle playing right field this afternoon. He's seen quite a few different positions this weekend. Here's an interesting stat. Shadle has 7 home runs so far on the season. The entirety of the Titans have 7 home runs.
That's a good stat to have there for Shadle.
24 home runs total for the Hurricanes, and Shadle slices off the first offering from Bobby Lavely into the backstop netting. As Evan Slawinski is pacing back and forth from second base. A moment ago, if you're just joining us, he doubled on a full count and picked up an RBI to drive in Colin Cusick. Lavely deals a fastball middle in on the right-handed hitter. Shadle selective, looking for that right pitch to stroke. A .371 batting average with 7 home runs. Plays a number of different positions. The 0-2, quite a bit inside. Started at third base in game 1, moved to first base in game 2, and now today is getting reassigned out to right field. We've had a scratch on the lineup just before game start of James Green, the left fielder. He's been taking some bumps and bruises the last few days this week. The 1-2 swung on, hit hard into deep center field. Back going Hardy, and that ball is out of here.
Deep fly by Shadle there. He's going to go yard. Trot around the base. He's going to make it number 8 on the year for Shadle.
Shadle with an 8th home run of the season. And the commensurate boom over at the dugout by the Hurricanes. And that's going to bring way for Anthony Jones.
And now, coming up to bat for the Hurricanes, the third baseman, number 10, Anthony Jones.
Jones with 4 home runs of his own. He's batting .266. He's going to be playing third base for this afternoon. He pitched yesterday, started out at first base. He, too, is one of these talented, multi-positional, two-way players for the Hurricanes. 4-run game now in favor of the Hurricanes. And Jones skies one on the right side. Incoming is Rouse and Cordova.
And he dropped it. Jones is going to go 2 here.
So Cordova trying to field it in right field along the foul line, ends up mishandling it and pushing the ball into foul territory, allowing Jones an easy turn out to second base.
And now, coming up to bat, the designated hitter, number 14, Jake Modrak.
Today's DH, Jake Modrak, batting .268. Modrak also multifaceted, picking up reps at first base. Well, no, I take that back. At catcher yesterday in game 2, getting Jake and Jace twisted up. Modrak looks at the first pitch from Lavely, a called strike down the middle. No outs, and Anthony Jones down on second. So Costello, Cusick, Slawinski, and Shadle have all crossed home plate so far in the bottom of the first inning. Modrak drops one toward the shortstop Webb, and a 6-3 puts the first out. Now we have Jace Dunn coming up.
And now, batting.
Dunn, the first baseman for this afternoon's competition, batting .206. So he'll have Anthony Jones out on second with 1 out. And Lavely's first pitch, a fastball down the middle. Kind of commensurate to let that first pitch go, but boy, it seems like an opportunity as a hitter to almost know what you're going to be dealt and offered. But
especially when the pitcher's struggling and has let up 4 runs early in the game here.
Another fastball, seeing eye single on the left side, splits the third baseman.
Doesn't matter though, because Jace Dunn finds a barrel there on that 0-1 count. I'm not sure exactly what pitch he saw there, but he beats on it through the 5-6 hole there to make it a hit and make it first and third here for your Hurricanes.
Colin Georger and Dallas Webb just couldn't do anything about it. Perfectly placed right through the middle of the two of them.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Steven Kreiner.
Kreiner, center field, has had a decent amount of action the last few days and really the entirety of the season. He's batting .324. Kreiner with a walk, a strikeout, and a single yesterday in Game 2. And he looks at a ball for the first pitch offering from Bobby Lavely. 1 out, runners on the corners. And the Hurricanes up by 4 as we're still in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. A little bit late on the fastball for Kreiner. And as well, it looked like it was a little bit up in the zone. Lavely offers up a breaking ball of sorts, 2-1.
Going to be 2-1 to Kreiner here with runners on first and third. Kreiner has a really good speed at the plate. Going to hope to put something on the ground here, a sac fly here to score the run.
A foul tip seemed to be a combination of Canyon Pennington and the home plate umpire crew chief Derek Lyles. Joey Worley is out on the infield making the calls around the bases. Our officiating duo of the day, the 2-2. Swung on, fouled off into the backstop. Nick Lobello in the on-deck circle, watching his teammate Steven Kreiner as he brings the count full with Lavely out on the mound with 1 out and runners on the corners. And that pitch fouled off. Probably the best crowd of the 3-game set, and if we want to include the midweek, 4 for the week. The payoff pitch, and Kreiner slaps that one into right field. Under that is Alex Rouse, and the cutoff gets away from Sam Norton. So a fly out to the right fielder, Alex Rouse for the second out. Bottom of the order now, Nick Lobello, but certainly not the bottom of the batting average. He is hitting .333, and he'll be playing left field today on behalf of James Green, who's needing a little bit of rest and recovery. Lavely's first pitch misses the strike zone, 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Bobby Lavely, the starting pitcher for the Titans, is facing off against the 9th batter in the lineup with 2 outs. He's at 37 pitches. Lavely came in today with a 4.5 ERA on 8 innings pitched, having made 4 appearances and 2 starts for the season. Has recorded 5 strikeouts and an opposing batting average of 185. So that number's getting bumped here after the first inning in the upward direction. And he misses again, 3-1. Angie Herring, Morgan, not going to butcher your name, Dunn. Anthony's dad, Bill or William Bowler. Not sure what Bowler stands for if it's Anthony's dad, so I think that's Bill Jones. Watching from Morrisville, thank you. Cody Spillman. Speaking in code, saying Kenny is him. I'm not sure what that means. So Labella goes down, to first, and that fills up the bases. And brings us to the top of the order with 2 outs and bases loaded for Teoa Costello. He started off the bottom of the first with a base hit and a stolen base. Eventually made his way around to touch home plate. And already it looks like we're going to have our first relieving situation for today's game. Prime opportunity to remind everybody watching in the live stream of our sponsors for this season: Murphy Farm, Hay and Feed, farms families in the community for over 40 years, Mangum Insurance Agency, offices in Coates and Dunn for all of your insurance occasions, and Johnny's Barbecue right here in Louisburg, North Carolina, just in front of Walmart, specializing in that northeastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue. My understanding from Coach Herring, when they were bringing Johnny's Barbecue on board as a sponsor for this season, it's a favorite not only of the community but of the baseball team year after year. With some personal connections, all of those sponsors with their own personal connections to the baseball program here at Louisburg over the years. Relieving pitcher for the starter, Lavely, is Carmine Lancaster. He comes in with a 3.86 ERA, has 1 win to his record on 5 appearances and a single game start. He's gone 9 1/3 of an inning pitch, given up 9 hits, 5 runs, 6 walks, and actually has 13 strikeouts. That's 3rd best for the Titans. Ahead of him is Schaefer and Gray, who have 18 apiece. So Carmine Lancaster now on the bump, toeing the slab for the Titans. Fastball swing and a miss for Costello. He is at bat for the 2nd time here in the bottom of the 1st inning. This time, bases are loaded with 2 outs. Pennington off to the outside. And Lancaster did a good job of hitting that spot, but wasn't able to entice Teoa Costello. The 1-2. Bit of a palm ball, it looked like, coming off his hand. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And the next offering, sliced foul out of play by Costello. So what are the unwritten rules right there? I saw Costello split the opening between the catcher and umpire. Ever that frowned upon? Pennington sets up outside again. Chop down to Webb at short, and it gets past him. Takes a big hop, and Labello makes it into third, and Hardy mishandles it out in center field. 2-run score.
And great base running by Tewa right there. Great heads up base running there. Just knowing that the center fielder bobbled it too, so he took second base, and that's going to put two runners in scoring position for Cusick to come up right here. And he'll have 2 RBI opportunities here for himself.
6 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Having to move over to the second column in the scorebook if you're keeping one at home. As Costello just hit for the second time in the inning, Colin Cusick now, he's back up. He singled and had a stolen base, and he puts one back to Webb. He cleanly handles that one and gets it over to Norton to get the Titans back to the dugout for only the second time. A 6-run game after 1 inning. The Louisburg College Hurricanes, 6 runs, 6 hits, and an error by the Titans. Welcome back to Hurricanes baseball as they take on the Guilford Titans in Game 3 here at the historic Frazier Field on the campus of Louisburg College. Back on the bump is Anthony Dorner getting warmed up again. That was kind of a bit of a break that he had to deal with. But usually when Dorner's tuned in to the strike zone, he's pretty lights out. Stepping back, or stepping in for the first time, Bobby Lavely. First pitch to Lavely. Just misses a touch inside or above the strike zone. Didn't get a hand indication from the home plate umpire, Derek Lyles. The 1-0. Same pitch, a little bit more on the strike zone. Clearly a called strike now, 1-1. John and Maria Labello watching from New York City. Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining and checking in with us. A swing and a miss by Bobby Lavely.
Great pitch by Dorner there to get the first out of the inning in the leadoff batter. Hopefully Dorner can stay in this groove now as the sun comes out.
Dorner with a touch of a sidearm release, 3/4 arm slot, brings the count to 3-0 on the second batter. 1 out, a swing and a miss by Bobby Lavely.
Dorner's going to hope to come all the way back here.
And Colin Georger looks at the next offering from Anthony Dorner, a called strike. 3-1, 1 out as we start the top of the second inning. Hard hit, Slawinski off his glove as he reached to his glove side, well hit by the third baseman, Colin Georger. Shasta and Russell Colbreth checking in on the live stream. Thank you as well for joining as we bring everybody the Louisburg College Hurricanes baseball for the 2025 spring season. The second baseman, Manny Cordova. Yesterday we were nicknaming him Flow and Drip for those locks of long hair sticking out from behind his helmet and a very noticeable gold chain that he was wearing. Still looks like he's donning that even today.
Yeah, it still looks like he's wearing it today.
And Dorner gets Cordova to swing over the top of a fastball offering, probably a two-seamer that breaks just a little bit. Georgia at first, one out. Cordova at the plate. Dorner deals the 0-2, chopped off. Just a nice, cool breeze in the air with the sun coming through the clouds.
You hear that buzz? The little buzz.
Dorner attempts a breaking ball that just stays up and out, and Tewa Costello brings it back in. The 1-2, and he gets him.
Dorner doing a great job of holding the runner and getting the and throwing a great pitch to get the batter to go there and draw the swing for the third strike. And that's going to be 2 outs with Hardy coming up to the plate. This is the center fielder for the Titans. There's one runner aboard on first here for the Titans.
Foul ball down the right side. Dorner now with 3 strikeouts. As we are in the top of the second inning, he had the first strikeout against Sam Norton, the first baseman, to end the first inning. And then comes back, gets Bobby Lavely to start off the second. Gives up a hit to Georgia, well struck toward the middle infield. And then just a moment ago, Manny Cordova, the second baseman. And now Jason Hardy, the center fielder, he comes into today batting .246. He walked twice and grounded out yesterday in Game 2. And the throw down.
That looked close right there.
Costello keeping a very close eye on Colin Georgia, who was casually floating off of first base as that pitch crossed home plate.
That was a great off-guard throw by Tewa Costello. I think he caught him. I think he caught him watching a little bit.
He caught me watching. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, sure enough, he caught me too.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first. Dorner deals an off-speed, and he gets him looking.
Great pitch by Dorner. Going to pick up his second strikeout of the inning there.
Dorner and the Hurricanes go back to the dugout. And coming up to bat will be Slowinski, Shadle, and Jones. Back on the bump for the Titans. Carmine Lancaster, he came in as relief for the starter Bobby Lavely. Faced off against 2 Hurricanes, threw 7 pitches and 5 strikes. And he'll resume here against Evan Slowinski. Slowinski doubled in his first at-bat. Lancaster finds the outside edge of the strike zone on the first offering to Evan Slowinski. One ball, 2 strikes on Slowinski. Lancaster, as I read earlier, stat line actually pretty decent out of the bullpen for the Titans. So I think whatever the Hurricanes may have seen in the first 2 games and even the first inning, may have to recalibrate a little bit against Lancaster. Popped up, right side, oncoming Alex Rouse in right field. He'll be under it, and a can of corn. Kenny Shadle, I'll give you kind of like one guess what he did in his last at-bat, Caden.
A home run, maybe?
It's probably the best guess, and a big cut right there by Shadle for the first pitch from Lancaster. The 0-1, a little bit late foul into the backstop. Just being fair, I'm going to say Lancaster might be the better quality pitching that the Titans have put up so far.
Well, the Titans shown in the first game, they put in, after the starting pitcher, they put in 2 relievers that were listed as position players, and I believe Lancaster is listed as a pitcher, correct?
He is, yeah. The 1-2, swing and a miss. So a first K for the Titans.
Now batting, the third baseman,
But
number 10,
yes, he appears to be the better half of the Titans pitching staff here.
Yeah, he seems dialed in. And right there, that cutting fastball that the Hurricanes are going to have to capitalize on them if they stand to be productive against Lancaster. Fly ball, right field. And Alex Rouse takes it again. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Hurricanes. Slowinski, Shadle, and Jones go down in order. 2 flyouts to the right fielder, Rouse, and that'll leave Modrak, Dunn, and Kreiner due up when the Hurricanes come back to the plate in the 3rd inning. Right now, Anthony Dorner and the Hurricanes defensively are going to get ready for Jason Hardy, Canyon Pennington, and Griffin Dawes. Thanks for watching Louisburg College Baseball, brought to you in part by Murphy Farm, Hay and Feed, feeding farms, families in the community for over 40 years, and Mangum Insurance Agency with offices in Coates and Dunn. They have insurance products for every situation. And Johnny's Barbecue, located in Louisburg, North Carolina, specializing in Eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue. You're watching Hurricanes baseball on the Louisburg Sports Network, coming to you live from behind the backstop here at the historic Fraser Field on the beautiful campus of Louisburg College, as they face off against the Guilford Tech Community College Titans. Anthony Dorner back on the bump for the third inning. And he starts off, Jason Hardy, the center fielder, batting .246 with a fastball down the middle called strike. The 0-1. Just a bit too close to that opposite batter's box for home plate umpire and crew chief Derek Lyles to consider a strike. The 1-1.
It's been calling a pretty good game so far behind the plate here for Mr. Lyles.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that he's pitcher-friendly or hitter-friendly. He's just kind of straight up calling the strike zone where you would expect it to be. The 1-2. Swung on to Slewinski. Fields it cleanly across the diamond to Jace Dunn. 6-3. So Dorner has had 2 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. And right now, he just started off with an out. Again, keys to the game that Coach Herring had shared with us for the entirety of the weekend. Minimize the giveaways, confidence from these 2 and 3 game starters, and baseball basics. I would say he got his message across to the entire squad because everybody who's been in there this weekend has been really meeting his expectations. First 2 offerings to Canyon Pennington, the Titans catcher, have missed outside. He's batting only .167. Ground ball to Slewinski, charging, fields it cleanly, across to Jace Dunn, and another 6-3 back-to-back.
And you're right. Every player on the team's really been doing their job and executing when they needed to. And if you're Coach Herring, you can't do much but be happy here for your team.
Bottom of the order, Griffin Dawes. There's Coach Herring himself right there, the skipper of the Hurricanes. Kind of a proud parent moment for this weekend. And right now, his Hurricanes are doing exactly what the doctor ordered. And that is creating and sharing confidence from offense to defense, defense to offense. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on the last batter, the left fielder, Griffin Dawes. Slow roller. Jace Dunn takes it, flips it. And we missed the action play on the big camera, but the attempt there from Anthony Dorner on the PFP to take it from Jace Dunn, not in time as Griffin Dawes beats out the flip. So an infield base hit for Dawes, who was batting .214. Dawes walked, grounded out, and reached in his 3 at-bats in Game 2 yesterday. So we might have jinxed the team there by talking up how great they were, how proud Coach Herring was. That was good baseball right there, though. A slow roller, that's a tough play.
That is a tough play there. Just lifted.
Webb, the shortstop, steps back in. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And Griffin Dawes down on second now.
Great pitch by Dorner right there to get a strike in the count here.
2 balls, 1 strike on the board. Two. Well, maybe it's 2-1. Nope, 2-2, says home plate umpire Derek Lyles. 2-2 with a runner on second. Deuces wild, and Dorner Offers and gets the swinging miss. One run left on and one hit for the Titans as Dorner retires the side with a swing and a miss on the leadoff batter, Dallas Webb. Rouse, Norton, and Lavely will be due up for the Titans when they come back to the plate in the fourth inning. But right now, for your Louisburg College Hurricanes, Jake Modrak, Jace Dunn, and Steven Kreiner coming up next. First pitch to Jake Modrak in his second at-bat outside from Lancaster. He grounded into a 6-3 out in his first at-bat. Down the middle, stroked into right field, backing up, Alex Rouse, and under it.
That's going to bring up Jace Dunn here for your Hurricanes. The Hurricanes' first baseman here.
And now batting, the first baseman, number 32, Jace Dunn.
Jace Dunn going to look to get on base here to start the damage for the Hurricanes. And Lancaster just living on that outside corner right there. I think that's about as far as Mr. Lyles behind the plate's going to call it. And he's just living there, just throwing it perfectly, dotting up on that outside. And he throws a breaker in there to Jace Dunn. He's going to get him to draw the swing and miss.
Little correction on the lower third for Jace Dunn. As mentioned, the original lineup had James Green in the 7th spot.
Jace Dunn going to have his second hit of the day. That one's going to go up the middle, and his first hit advanced Jake Modrak to third base with a hit through the 5-6 hole.
The center fielder, number 4.
So Dunn with 2 singles on the day. That'll make him 2 for 2, and Steven Kreiner steps in. He flied out to Alex Rouse in right field. I was trying a moment ago to count up. Rouse has had 4 fly balls hit to him. Grounder to Webb off his glove. He mishandles that one.
And now batting, the left fielder, number 39, Nick Lobello.
Nick Lobello now comes in for the second time. He too flied out to the right fielder, Rouse. One out, runners first and second. And a very late steal attempt by Jace Dunn gets tagged. So a double steal situation puts Kreiner on second, and Labello now with 2 outs to contend with, as he's going to try to put something in the green space of the outfield and give Kreiner that opportunity to use his base path speed to get around the infield to score a 7th run for the Hurricanes. Popped up. Hardy and Dawes come together, and Hardy takes it in center field. So 1 left on, and 1 hit. As Carmine Lancaster closes out the inning with the bottom of the order. And when the Hurricanes come back to the plate in the 4th, Costello, Cusick, Slawinski. Welcome back to Hurricanes Baseball, live from behind the backstop on the Louisburg Sports Network. Anthony Dorner on the bump for the 4th inning. And Sam Norton, the first baseman, at the plate.
Very good pitch by Dorner there to draw the swing and miss by a good hitter in Norton. Hopefully Dorner can keep this groove going he's got for himself. Only allowed 1 hit so far through 3 innings.
Hard hit. Across the diamond.
Good play by
5-3.
Jones.
Anthony Jones deep on the hot corner, comes up with it and fires it across to the opposite side and gets Sam Norton for the first out. Bobby Lavely struck out in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. And he currently is behind in the count 0-2 with 1 out. Dorner deals. And he rips that one past his assistant coach, Alex Oquist. Oquist down on first base, and head coach TJ Wharton on third as base coaches, and he gets him looking. First backward K in the book this afternoon for Anthony Dorner, and he brings that off-speed pitch into Colin Georger's strike zone, and he gets a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, and a swing and a miss on a cutting fastball. Makes it 2 strikes. Potentially. Anthony Dorner with the 1-2. Down and in. Trying to draw the sword. We saw yesterday from the Game 2 starter. Fly ball into the bullpen and beyond on the right field side. Georger with the single in his first at-bat in the second inning. He sat between 2 strikeouts with that base hit. Cusick across. And another 1-2-3 inning. Dorner gets it done. 4 innings on 58 pitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for the left-hander. Louisburg College Baseball, brought to you in part by Murphy Farm Hay and Feed, feeding farms, families in the community for over 40 years. Mangum Insurance Agency, offices in Coates and Dunn. You know the drill. Products for every situation. And Johnny's Barbecue, Eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue, located right here in Louisburg, North Carolina. Box score in the upper left-hand corner being brought to you today by Jackson Goss here in the booth with us. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Titans, opposed to the 6 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for your Louisburg College Hurricanes. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up to the plate here in just a moment should be the top of the order with Teoa Costello. There's that young man, the catcher. First pitch, fly ball, left center field, goes to the wall, and Jason Hardy and Costello. 2 singles and a double now on the day.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Colin Cusick.
Cusick grounded out to the shortstop in his last at-bat, but he singled and picked up a stolen base in the first inning in his first at-bat and eventually scored 1 of the 6 runs in the first inning. And so right now, he's going to be looking to do some work with Costello down on second. The first offering from Carmine Lancaster, a fastball, though, that rides up and in. Bit of chin music for the second baseman, Cusick. The 1-0. Off the hands, softly to Webb, and Dallas Webb takes that one himself.
And now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Evan Slawinski.
3rd in the order, 3rd in the inning. And playing shortstop is Evan Slawinski. I love the energy of Costello out there. The ball pops off the glove, and he kind of jumps off second, like teasing them a little bit, like schoolyard antics, you know, like egging them on, like, yeah, I'm going to run. Slawinski with the fly out to Rouse in right field, but he doubled in his first at-bat. I'm sure he's hoping to do the same right now. Hard ground ball to Webb, and he bobbles it. Slowinski beats it out, and the throw goes past Norton at first, and Costello's going to hold at third. So a first and third with one out. That'll be at least the second E6 for Webb today. He's gotten a lot of hard-hit ground balls at him.
The right fielder, number 30, Kenny Shadle.
Cleanup hitter, Shadle. Struck out in his last at-bat. He hits that one foul down the third baseline. And Slowinski, who was on a hit and run, has to retreat to first. By contrast to that strikeout, though, Shadle homered. He picked up 2 RBIs on that in the first inning. The next pitch by Lancaster misses, 1-1, with one out and the corners are occupied. Pickoff to Slowinski, not in time. Hard hit, high fly ball, left field. That ball appears to be a home run, but I didn't see the call from anybody. The home plate umpire just kind of stared at it.
That ball may have been hit 475 feet.
That was a high fly ball into deep left center field. I'm not sure if it even came down yet. Two so far today for Shadle. 2 yesterday in the first game. Jones pops one up on the right side. Incoming is Rouse and Hardy, and Rouse is going to take it. Two outs. Bases now have been cleared as
And now batting, the designated hitter, number 14, Jake.
Shadle picks up a 3 RBI home run deep left field. There's some very tall pine trees. Can't quite see them here in this, but just to the left of the scoreboard is just nothing but big mature pines. And Shadle just jacked that at least to the top of those pine trees. And I'd probably put those nearing 75 feet tall.
That was a bomb. That was the furthest ball I've probably ever seen hit in my life.
Pop up on the right side in foul territory. Sam Norton tries for it, and it touches his glove and then falls. Did not touch his glove, rather, but he did put his glove out. Kind of questioning if it did touch because the field umpire, Joey Worley, was kind of behind him, and really that angle was from our vantage point here in the booth. You could see at the last second Norton just kind of stabbed his glove out, and we'll have to presume missed touching the ball. Lancaster, Carmine Lancaster now taking a look at his pitch communicator. The 1-1. Jake Modrak steps back in with the 1-2 outside, and Canyon Pennington blocks that one.
Jake Modrak not going to go down easy here with 2 outs and no runners on base. He's going to make it tough for Lancaster here.
Flied out to right in his last at-bat. The 2-2. Another fly ball. And Alex Rouse getting a lot of action out there, the right fielder for the Titans. Due up next for the Hurricanes when they come back up in the 5th inning is going to be Dunn, Kreiner, and Labello, the bottom third of the lineup for the Hurricanes. Quick view of the official box score in the stadium. 6 runs in the first, 3 in the fourth just a few moments ago. 9 runs, 9 hits for the Hurricanes. No runs, 1 hit for the Titans. We're about to start the top of the 5th inning with the second baseman for the Titans, Manny Cordova. Back on the mound, toeing the slab in the 5th inning is the starting pitcher, left-hander out of Morrisville, Anthony Dorner. And he draws a big swing and a miss from the second baseman. Dorner at just 60 pitches as we start the 5th. Very good efficiency. Off-speed breaking ball misses, 1-1 on the leadoff batter. Cordova, the 6th of 9 in the lineup for the Titans, has Jason Hardy, the center fielder, on deck, and Canyon Pennington is doubled up behind him. Cordova struck out in his last first at-bat. Hard ground ball. Colin Cusick mishandles that one on the transfer, and Cordova will reach on an E4. Kind of a hot potato for Cusick, but those are the baseball basics. I know that Coach Herring wants the entire team, not just infielders, but the entire team to brush up on. Fly ball, left field on the run, Labello, and he comes up with it. Labello off in left field on behalf of James Green, who's getting some recovery. And Shadle out in right, where Labello has been playing when he's been healthy. Bit of a bug, late winter bug going through the team a few weeks back, and finally it seems like things are settling down. But James Green has been the hardest working man on the Louisburg College campus. He's just been getting dinged up in the last week, and Coach Herring giving him a off day today to get some recovery in there. The 1-0 skied out of play, and that'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 runner on. Pennington with a swing and a miss, and Costello guns down to first to keep Cordova honest. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the catcher. He grounded into a 6-3 out in his first at-bat. The 2-2. Too far outside for head umpire Derek Lyles, covering home plate calls and the crew chief for this afternoon, with Joey Worley out on the infield. Spinning off-speed pitch from Dorner gives Canyon a free walk down to first. That is the first walk from Dorner. Little casual warm-up in the bullpen. Flipping the ball around in the glove, and Dorner deals to the bottom of the lineup. Griffin Dawes, he singled in his first at-bat. The 1-0 popped up, out of play on the right side. Runners first and second with one out. Infield looking for that double play ball.
Okay. Gotta keep Crowder in there. Great pitch from Dorner there. Gonna get Dawes to go halfway around, and the umpire is gonna call him for the check swing there to get the second out of the inning. But this is gonna roll over the top half of the lineup here. Gonna bring up the Titans shortstop, Dallas Webb.
2 out, 2 on. Dorner working out of trouble in the fifth. Looking good. Dallas Webb reached on an error in his second at-bat. He grounded to the second baseman, and he looks at a first pitch from Dorner called strike. Dorner at 74 pitches. Saw Martone go into the fifth inning with 80 pitches, and Dorner now on about a similar pace. Foul ball makes it an 0-2 count.
These Game 2 and Game 3 starters are starting to do a lot better of a job. Exactly what Coach Herron wanted and exactly what he asked for.
And Henry Good having a similar performance in the midweek. And this is the kind of mid-season form that every coach and club is expecting to see develop at the collegiate level. The 0-2 outside. The 1-2. Check swing, foul ball down the third base line into the Titans dugout. Beautiful day now. The clouds are starting to break apart. The sun's coming out, and the temperatures starting to rise into the 60s as we get into the afternoon hours, approximately 2:20 Eastern time. Dorner deals the 1-2 and just misses a bit up and away. Swing and a miss. And that's a way to finish the inning as Dorner goes into the dugout with fist bumps and glove slaps from his teammates, and he gets ready to welcome his defense in behind him. Hurricanes going to bring up to the plate Jace Dunn, Stephen Kreiner, and Nick Lobello here in a moment on the Louisburg Sports Network. Just a reminder to our viewers at home that this copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Louisburg College baseball team may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, while the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Louisburg College baseball team. Chase Dunn at the plate, swings at an 0-1 count and tips it into the glove of Canyon Pennington. Jace goes down.
And now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Steven Kreiner.
Kreiner pops up the first pitch on the right side. Incoming Rouse. He calls off Cordova quite loudly. I think he's going for a put-out record today for his team defensively.
And now batting, the left fielder, number 39, Nick Labello.
Rouse with 9 putouts so far in this game out in right field. Nick Labello at the plate. He had a fly out to center field to Jason Hardy in his last at bat, and he's got a quick 2 strikes on him with 2 outs and nobody on. The Hurricanes are just a 1 run away from a 10-run mercy rule. And Carmine Lancaster outside with that hard fastball trying to get Labello to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the 46th pitch from Lancaster soars over the helmet of Nick Labello. Swing and a miss, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. The Hurricanes are going to have to hope that they get back to the plate in the 6th and get that one last run on the board to put an early end to a 3-game sweep on the Titans. Right now they're leading 9-0 as we go into the 6th inning here at Frazier Field. Due up next for the Hurricanes, Costello, Cusick, and Slawinski at the top of the order.
Tanner's busy.
Louisburg College baseball, brought to you in part by Murphy Farm, Hay and Feed, farms, families, communities, 40 years. Mangum Insurance Agency, offices, Coates and Dunn, every occasion with your insurance, products, and service. And Johnny's Barbecue, Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue, located right here in Louisburg, North Carolina. Stop in and get yourself a plate to go or sit down and eat it on the premise. Certainly leave you filled up, satisfied, and coming back for more. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Hurricanes as they're running another shutout against the Titans. Game 1 was a shutout, mercy game. Game 2 was a shutout until about the mid-innings, but ended up in a 6-2 victory for the Hurricanes. Martone picks up his first win of the season, kind of breaks a bit of a slump, and picked up 6 strikeouts himself. He is second right now behind Casey Colbreth, the ace starter for the Hurricanes, and Coach Herring. He's going to be moving on to D1 baseball next season over just outside of Charlotte, Rock Hill, South Carolina. drawing a blank on the school, and I should know it.
Winthrop University.
Thank you. It had come to me eventually the more I stalled. Got to give the people at home something to laugh about. Tanner Robertson for the Hurricanes on the mound behind Anthony Dorner, and that first pitch, a swing and a miss by Dallas Webb. We're in the top of the 6th inning, and a check swing from Webb, but home plate umpire Derek Lyles just looks straight down. I don't think he noticed the half-hearted effort. Popped up, right on the left side. Slowinski takes it. Tanner deals down the middle on the first baseman. One out, one strike, one ball. Breaking ball popped up on the left side. Labello calls for it. Sky high, can of corn into his glove for 2 outs. Apologies, Rouse actually started off the inning. Lavely struck out looking and then struck out swinging in his last at-bat and first at-bat respectively. So swinging the first time, looking the second time. The 1-1, quite a bit high. About 37 folks right now. I've seen the count of viewers upwards in the mid-40s. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Full count now on the DH, who was the starting pitcher for the Titans. Robertson loses him to a walk with 2 outs. Third baseman Colin Georger, he grounded out to Colin Cusick, the second baseman, in his last at-bat. He did single in his first in the second inning. And Tanner Robinson deals a breaking ball. Boy, that looks so nice from up here. Must have been coming in belt high and then just the bottom of it dropped out too soon. Similar pitch popped up out of play. Can hear Coach Herring barking to the team to go get those foul balls.
We lose a lot of baseballs.
The inflation lately is not helping either.
Not at all.
What do you figure the cost of a game ball is at these days? $2, $4, $5 a ball?
I'd say probably $4, $5.
Popped up left side, Labello. Out of play is now Slowinski's trying to get a play on it, and it looked like it was going to drop playable in the bullpen, but it actually was too far out of frame to see, but it was well out of reach for even Anthony Jones, the third baseman. He got over there quick. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on first. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 9-run lead and shutout so far. Tanner Robinson deals down the middle.
Great pitch by Tanner Robertson there to get the 3rd out of the inning. Way to come in and do your job, Tanner. That is it's a great piece of pitching right there.
Hurricanes come in from a pretty quick inning. 4 batters. And in the event that the Titans come to the plate another inning, it'll be Cordova, Hardy, and Pennington. Top of the order for the Hurricanes with Tewa Costello for the 4th time here in Game 3. He doubled in his last at-bat. He started off the game with a single, and then again in the same inning came back up as the 11th batter of the 1st inning and singled again.
Count's going to be even at 1-1 here for Tewa Costello.
Jacob Fraz on the mound, a right-handed sophomore out of Winston-Salem. Went to Robert B. Glenn High School. He's got a 9.0 ERA. He has pitched 16 innings with 5 strikeouts. Costello skies one to the right, and that'll be caught just foul by Alex Rouse. I tell you, that young man out there in right field, he's somebody that either is getting really lucky today, but I think the other side of it is he covers a lot of ground in the outfield and is somebody that's ultimately going to find their way into a 4-year program and, quite frankly, be a contributor.
Looks like he gets very good reads on the ball out there in right field, no matter which direction it's hit in.
Yeah, again, if I'm counting correctly, that's his 9th putout of the day. Obviously, a lot of good fortune there and that the ball's coming to him, but I haven't seen him misplay one yet, and he's covered a ton of ground. Soft roller right back to Frost, 1-3 for 2 outs. All of about 3 pitches at this point from Frost with 2 outs. Opposing batting average coming into the game, 333.
Number 6, Evan Slawinski.
First pitch called strike by Derek Lyles, the crew chief and home plate umpire. Foul ball down the left side for Slowinski. He reached on an error by Webb, the shortstop, in his last at-bat. He started out with a double in the first inning, and then guess where he went in his second at-bat? You have a high probability if you say the right fielder, Rouse, because he's caught 9 fly balls today. Frost with the delivery and the offering goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, nobody on. Slowinski at the plate for his 4th time. Near submarine sidearm delivery by Frost. Jacob Frost deals. Popped up right side. Sam Norton calling for it in foul territory and ends up some frustrations brewing as the Hurricanes just looking to tip the scales past 9 runs and put an end to it as we go into the 9th inning. So close, but yet so far. Only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. And right now, Tanner Robertson is coming back to the mound. Came in behind Anthony Dorner. Dorner went 5 full innings of work, gave up 1 hit with 8 strikeouts and a single walk on the day. Dorner threw 80 pitches, 53 of those strikes, and he faced 19 batters. A terrific day of work for the left-handed red-shirted freshman. He was a transfer after his freshman year of injury. He was a little bit dinged up even at the end of fall ball, and Coach Herring shared with me a couple weeks ago that Dorner really put in a lot of work in the offseason and came back fresh and ready, and he is showing every bit of it. Tanner Robertson, sorry, Tanner. He came in last inning, gave up a walk, but had a strikeout, and otherwise threw 17 pitches. Drip and flow coming to the plate. Caden, our favorite Titan. Manny Cordova.
Second baseman for the Titans.
I hope he appreciates our appreciation for.
Well, at least he knows it's genuine.
Yeah, he is. He's got the swagger, and I like it. Robertson misses just a bit up. Robertson looking to get dialed in here in his second inning of work, and there he finds the strike zone. 2-1. Some arms are down in the bullpen, but if Robertson can get through a 1-2-3 inning, the Hurricanes basically call it a day and a sweep. Coach Herring on the walkie-talkie to the bullpen. Hard hit left field. Labello backing up. Gets under it, and that one falls into his glove for an out.
And a great read by Labello out there, as it was a little bit behind him, but he makes a couple steps backwards to get under the ball and make the grab there to retire the first batter for the Titans and put up 1 out here for your Hurricanes.
Jason Hardy, the center fielder, lined out to Labello in his last at-bat. He grounded to Slowinski at short in the first appearance of the day. He didn't make it to the plate until the 3rd inning because Dorner went 1-2-3 in the first 2 innings. And a called strike, 1-1 with 1 out. I can't say that I recall seeing Tanner Robertson coming out of the bullpen yet this season. What did I miss?
I'm pretty sure this is his first appearance back off of his injury. He pitched a lot in the fall, and he pitched pretty well. And during his last outing, he tweaked something in his arm, and it hurt him a little bit. So he took a little time off and went to see the doctor, and now he's back, and he looks really good in his first outing so far.
The 1-2. That's a foul ball. Hardy does not quite get out of the way, left that bat up in the way, and I think he probably felt he was going to, get it on the helmet and he'd get a free ride. Swing and a miss.
A great pitch from Robertson there to get the second out of the inning. A fly out and a strikeout this inning.
Robertson showing a lot of character coming off an injury. Looks like he's brushing a little bit of rust off, but generally, he could really turn out to be quite the contributor out of the bullpen for the Hurricanes as the season wears on and we get into that late March into April, looking at the postseason. And as long as he continues to stay healthy, home plate umpire Derek Lyles was, I don't know, about ready to watch the game or something, but he was late getting set. The 1-0. Two outs, nobody on. Canyon Pennington looks at that third pitch offering as a called strike. He walked in his last at-bat, the only walk from Dorner. The 2-1, bit inside. Robertson kind of seems like he's still searching for command right now, but when he's on, seems pretty solid. The 3-1. Past a reaching Dorner, and that one just hugging the third base line. Pennington reaches on a hard hit ground ball past third base, out of reach of Anthony Jones, and he's able to stretch that into a double. That is the first extra bases hit that the Titans have had today, or at least I should just call it what it is, which is a double. As that one just hugged the third base line, fair just past the bag, well out of reach of Jones, and it made its way down into the left field corner. Griffin Dawes now struck out in his last at-bat. And that was the last batter that Anthony Dorner faced and struck him out. Down the middle. Griffin Dawes playing left field himself today. He's batting .214 coming in. Slaps that one center field. Kreiner backs up to the track, and that should be the ball game. So your Louisburg Hurricanes take a sweep of the weekend over the Titans with a 3-game victory back-to-back-to-back in games 1, 2, and 3. Today on 9 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for the Hurricanes, while the Titans come up donuts with no runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors. Hurricanes will be on the road Wednesday at Pitt Community College in Winterville, North Carolina. The broadcast of that game will simply be a live stream, I believe, in Game Changer for Pitt Community College. There is no commentary, and unfortunately, we are not able to take this show on the road. But that will be Wednesday at 3 o'clock, weather and God willing. But for today, the Hurricanes pick up their first series win and sweep with a Game 3 victory over the Guilford Tech Community College Titans. On behalf of Caden Leslie, myself, Bill Martone, and Coach Herring and the entire Louisburg Hurricanes baseball organization, thank you for tuning in today. We look forward to having you with us on our next Hurricanes baseball broadcast. Have a good afternoon.